Hey everybody, welcome. My name's Nobby. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 6 of our Zero to Hero run in WoW Retail 2023. Brand new account, brand new Battle.net, brand new Dragonflight install, brand new level 1 Feral Druid. We're now just about hitting 13.5, just over. We'd got back to Orgrimmar. We're going to look at TSM today. Basic setup and basic grouping of items and just run an auction scan. So, first things first, let's go and get rid of this trading post quest. Intro to the trading post. That way we can at least cross off a few. Every month, trading post gets new stuff. Lovely. It's a great way to just play the game, collect a few tendies, get some free gear. New mounts will become available. Yep. Review the post, read the section, read the section. Yep.
Come to see what's new.
And then we can see what's on offer. So we've seen already, we've got 1100. We can see we've got the pet, so we may as well buy the pet and we'll leave the rest. I'm not overly concerned about cosmetics just yet. Now these will stay on for a month. You can drag an item in to freeze it until the next month if you haven't got enough points and there's something you specifically want. But for us, that will do. That will complete the quest. We get another 500 tendies. Lovely. There we go. So now in our log, if you can max out the full 1000 this month, 13 days left, you will get the crab amount this month. And then there's a list of items that you can do to gain tenders. So you can do dungeon bosses, raid bosses, mythics, honor points, crafting orders. A lot of it is Dragonflight related. Pet battles, battlegrounds, complete world quests, create some crests, earn rep throughout the Dragon Isles. There's lots of ways through general play that you can get these tendies. Our UI, again, Bagnon, doesn't like it. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We've got a new pet. Lovely. Thank you very much. Okay. Right. TSM and the auction house. Where's the auction house in this place? I never know. Down here somewhere. Is that him? There you go. There he is. Told you. I've no idea where I am with this game. Right. So, Trade Skill Master. What you will need are the following. You will need, in your Curse Forge or wherever you may get your add-ons, you will need the Trade Skill Master add-on. Just the one. There used to be separate add-ons for each subsection of Trade Skill Master. Now it's just all in one. So, Trade Skill Master add-on there. You also need the Trade Skill Master desktop app. And with the desktop app, you can get this from the Trade Skill Master website. Create yourself a login. Install the app. Log into it with your login you created on the website. And then from here, if you need to add realms, settings, set up realms, that will bring you a web page like this. And then you can just select, for our case, EU. One of them was Doomhammer. And then you just add realm. So it's already there. Doomhammer, Terralion, they're both connected realms on this server. So I've put both of them in there. So what this app will do is tell your add-on to pull data for that specific realm. All right, so that's fairly straightforward. Always have the app up and running, minimized on your desktop when you start the game. Otherwise, when you log in, you'll get a warning that TSM couldn't pull data. Let me just do a quick /RL, purely because otherwise that Bagnon error message is going to carry on doing its thing. Lovely. Right. So once you've got the add-on installed, you've got the app installed, you've added your realms to the app, you're happy with it. What you want to do is come into your map buttons. I use the mini map button frame, or buttons, so it's called now. Otherwise, you'll have them all around your map. You want the Trade Skill Master 1. Come over to settings. Here you can create your profile. We're just going to keep it as default. That's absolutely fine. You can create a new profile name if you want. Tooltip settings. You might want to put a few of these on though. So you might want to have your auctioning operation on. You might want to have your crafting operation on. You might want to see the full destroy and convert tooltips as opposed to the simple ones. You might want to see the vendor buy and sell prices. You might want simple inventory. You might want full inventory where it lists each character and what they've got. Accounting, I always have everything. Sale rate, expired, cancelled, all of those. And also on the auction DB, min buyout recent value, which is now DB recent, which is a really good value to use. Market value or market value in trend, I like the little trend arrows on. Historical price, I just have these all ticked. Auctioning, you might want to have your post quantity and your min, normal and max prices showing for your auction operations. Crafting, the same, you might want your crafting cost, your detailed crafting cost and your material cost. Shopping and sniping if you want to do any of that. For the basics, what we're going to do is we are going to create a group for materials now for BFA mats, ore and herbs, because that's what we're collecting. We're going to set up an auction operation, and then with the auction operation, TSM can then list those items for you on the auction house at a set rule, and we can get stuff sold. So from here, groups, we start off with just a base group, and the items we have in our bags are ungrouped. The best way, not the best way, but the way I add items into groups is I only add them when I've got them in my bags. If I don't have them, I assume they don't exist. I want to be selling items that I've collected. You can pull groups from other people. Some people will put their groups behind a Patreon, and you can import their group setups. You can also just go onto websites like Wowhead, and you can copy and paste a whole page of items. For example, you can get all the ore listed. You can copy the whole page into the TSM website. That'll create a string of ID numbers, and then you can pop that into your TSM app on the game, and that will create groups for you. But the easiest way I found, so you know what's where, what you've got, how you want to organize it, is to do it yourself. So base groups, let's have a base group of materials. Okay, under materials we will have one called BFA. Now, what number expansion was BFA? Because this will put them in alphabetical order. If you number them, so 01 classic, 02 RAF, 03 Kata, whatever, then it will put them in that order because you've numbered them. If you just put BFA with it being a B, that will show before classic, before Kata, etc, etc. BFA, I think, was expansion number 8 off the top of my head. So we'll do 08 BFA. There we go. Under BFA, we now want herbs. I also want ore. And we'll also be collecting cloth. Anything else we come across, we can just make new groups for. Add them to BFA. We can add them to materials. So, for example, materials, add group 01 classic. If we're out farming copper, iron, tin, again, from classic, add, you can do the same, or you can do the same, herbs, you can do the same, cloth. Entirely how you want to arrange it. It may be you just want to put all cloth, herbs, or etc. in one group called Old World Mats, and then focus on just Dragonflight mats in a separate group. Entirely up to you how you do things. Now, Putting things in a group, nice and easy. Select the group, select the item, add. Select the group, select the item, add. Select the group, select the items, add. Job done. Ore has got monolite storm silver, herbs, we've got star moss, cloth, we've got tide spray. That's great. The items are grouped. If we go into our bag, you can see across the top there, TSM general information. It tells you what group they're in, however you've organised it. Lovely, 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 lovely. They are all in groups that, in my mind, make sense. Like I say, entirely up to you how you organise it. This is my preferred way. Because then, with the group, you can set auctioning operations to sell stuff. You can set mailing operations so you can automatically fire all your herbs to your alchemist, inscriber, or your cloth to your tailor. You can assign shopping groups, so if you're looking to buy materials, again, if you just put these all in one for old world, if you're specifically looking for classic ore that's on the cheap, you're going to scan every single expansion. By separating it even further by classic, BFA, Legion, Shadowlands, whatever, at least you can then only run the operation for that specific one. Okay, so as we pick up more ores, we'll add them to this group. As we pick up different herbs other than star moss in BFA, we'll add them to this group. And the cloth, I think there's a green one, isn't there, as well? Sea spray, linen, maybe. We'll add that to that group as well. But these are literally for selling for us. We're not doing anything else. We're just farming and selling. So the groups are great, but they won't do anything without an operation. Basic operations, lovely. Auctioning operation, default are absolutely garbage. Delete it. Create your own. Call it what you want. Sell old world mats. That'll do. Okay, there's nothing here we need. We don't want to ignore auctions. We don't want to ignore realms or factions. I've got no characters to ignore. Posting is the important one. Duration for materials, 12 hours. They're going to sell that quick on the region-wide auction house. There's no point paying double to listen for 24. 12-hour rotation. Get them on, get them sold. Post cap. What's the maximum amount you want to post? We can go up to 50,000. Let's go up to 50,000 then. If I have 50,000 ore, I want to sell 50,000 ore. Do you want to keep any? No, I don't. I want to sell all of it. And are you bothered after how many expires to stop posting? For these materials, not a question. Leave it at 0. That does come in handy for transmog. If you're selling transmog, you may want to try and list some at 20 times because it's expensive to list. And after 20 times, don't post it again. Just vendor it or disenchant it or whatever you're going to do with it. Right. Don't bother setting a bid as percentage of buyout. Not many people bid nowadays. People just want to buy out, get it, job done. Undercut amount, never bother with, leave it at 0. Right. Minimum price. It's got this funky string that will make absolutely no sense whatsoever in the default. We're getting rid of that. What we can do in the chat box, /TSM sources. No, might be /TSM source. /TSM source. Nope, I'll find it. Let's have a look. There is a way to get it in game. Can I remember it? Can I? Because like. And I still can't find it. I wonder if it's got a space in it. /TSM. There you go. TSM space source. Right, okay. /TSM space sources. There we go, there we go, there we go. Good. Lovely. Okay, so what we will see now is a list of source price strings for TSM. So these are the main ones. These auction DB are the ones we want to look at. So you've got historical, you've got DB market, which is the region's market value, although that's now region specific rather than realm specific. You've got DB min buyout, the lowest price that's on there. You've got DB recent, which is the most recent snapshot. You've got all sorts of other price sources that you can use. You've got crafting cost, you've got map price, material cost, lots and lots of price sources. Best place to look for these, other than just doing a /TSM space sources, is to have a look at the TSM website where you got the app from. So what we can do to keep this really, really simple, minimum price. Well, let's do 80% of DB recent, which is the most recent snapshot of the auction house. If it's lower than 80% of DB recent, I don't want to post it. I'll keep hold of it and I'll wait until it is above this and then relist it. Maximum price. This could be anything you want. You can go as big as 300%, 500%, whatever you want. I'm going to use DB recent on all of these prices, and then you won't get an error message saying your normal price is lower than your minimum price, etc. So 80% of recent, maximum 300%, and as a normal, if nobody else has got one listed, yours are going to go on at, let's say, 120%. Mark it up a little bit. There you go. So we now have an auction operation called Sell Old World Mats. Cancelling, we're not bothered about cancelling. We're not going to run cancel scans on mats. They're up for 12 hours, and I'd like to think they will sell pretty quickly. Keeping it really simple, we're just doing 80% of recent, maximum price of 300% of recent. So if it's below minimum, we're not going to post it. If it's above max, we're just going to post at max. And a normal price, if nobody else has got it listed, is going to be 120% of recent. That is it. That is the operation. So in your groups, BFA mats, you could do it for all mats, or we can just specifically do it for BFA. We will assign it to just BFA. Operation, auctioning operation, add your Sell Old World mats. There you go. So this now will apply to all these subgroups inside BFA mats. Old World mats, Old World mats, Old World mats, Old World mats. Lovely. So what we do now from the tooltip, it will tell us what our, if you can see towards the bottom of all the figures, you've got the TSM auctioning. This is telling us our minimum price that it will list, our normal price, and our maximum price. So for the cloth there, 16 silver, 23 silver, 57 silver. For the herbs, 1 gold 50, 373. For storm silver, 1280 up to 1919, up to 47.97 as a maximum, and monolite ore, 6 gold up to 9, up to 23 as a maximum. Lovely. That just shows us that our prices are correct. So if we now go to the auction house, because we've got a group made and we've got an operation assigned, we can go auctioning. You can deselect all, we can select all. Notice how the only one showing up is the BFA one, even though we also made a classic group. We didn't assign an auction operation to that. So this isn't showing up here. BFA, cloth, herbs, ore. Run a post scan. What it's going to do is it's going to try and post star moss is below our minimum. Tide spray linen currently is below our minimum. So we can just go post, post. Done. Why are those below minimum? Let's have a look. Tide spray. Star moss is at 88 silver. Our minimum's 1 gold. Linen cloth is at 8 silver. Our minimum's 16. That's why they've not gone on. What you can also do, in settings, if you go to macros, scroll wheel up, down, and pick a button. I like control. Press create macro a couple of times, because it never seems to pick up on the first go. What you can now do, if you're auctioning running a post scan, if you have items here, if you hover out of the box, control up and down with your mouse wheel, that will just go through all the list, post, 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 post. That's the group setup, operation setup. It's not posting the linen and the star moss purely because they're under our minimum price. Next time we come and run a post scan, if they're above minimum price, then they'll go on. In the meantime, for what they cost, we'll keep hold of them. And that is TSM in a nutshell. Now, you can do a lot of things with crafting. We'll get to crafting when we do a crafting profession. For a farmer, just to get some gold under your belt, create an auction operation, create a group for your herbs and ore and your cloth, set your minimum price however you want it to be, run your post scan. If they're below minimum, keep hold of them, bank them, wait till next time, see if they're above minimum next time. Just get things posted and listed. With commodities being on the region-wide auction house now, you should find you'll get sales fairly quickly, even for BFA mats, because BFA is the go-to expansion for new characters, as we found out, being forced into it ourselves. You should find your BFA mats will sell quite well. To be honest, I found most mats sell very well because of this new region-wide commodities. It's a good move, and I can see the whole auction house going region-wide soon, as in by the end of Dragonflight, I would have thought into whatever expansion 11 is going to be. I think we'll have a fully region-wide auction house. Will be good. Good for buyers, tough for sellers, because then auction house PvP will be magnified 100-fold, but it's a part of the game. All right, so we did no leveling today, but we've looked at the trading post, and we've gone into TSM basics. That was only for auction operations, though. I would recommend you deleting the default operations under all of these because they are absolutely pointless. When we get to create our own, we'll create our own. I'll show you what you can do. Mailing operations, warehouse operations, shopping and crafting operations will be next. But for that, we'll need to level a crafter. And at the minute, we're just focusing on our little feral druid. What we need to do now is find the portal room. Now, the beauty of Zygor, I have no idea where the portal room is. So I'll just follow the arrow. Up here on the left, apparently. Here we go, look. Lovely jubbly. Let's go and hand in that quest at Zuldazar, and then we'll go from there. Which one is Zuldazar? This one. Yodoke. There we go. If you have any TSM questions, please feel free to use the comment section on videos. If you are enjoying this playthrough, we're up to episode 6. I would love you to drop a subscribe on the channel. Give the video a like. That would be awesome. Right, you want me to speak to... Oh, is there a flight path up here? There must be.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
You're up again. You lied. You're up again. Let's go up again. This is a very vertical city. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this or not. Are you here? You are here, aren't you? Oh, look, there's a quest there. Interesting. You are here. Lovely. Right, go on then. Fly to the Great Seal. There we go. We'll turn in this false prophecies. And then in the next episode, we'll start following Zygor again. So I'll get up to the top. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate you taking the time to have a look at this little playthrough and this baby channel. I would appreciate any support you can offer. And I will see you again next time. Have a great rest of your day and take care.